हरि ओम शं नो मित्रस्यं वरुणः शं नो भवत्पर्यमा शं न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. In this lesson number 8, Master is explaining about the brighter half and the lower half. What is the brighter half? The brighter half of the day represents our objective consciousness. Brighter half means it represents our objective consciousness. What is objective consciousness means? How we appear in the eyes of others and how others understand us. This is the two simple things. How we appear to others and how others understand us. This is what we call the objective consciousness. The lower half, objective, the brighter half. The lower half is known as the correspondence of subjective consciousness. Lower half is the subjective consciousness and the brighter half is the objective consciousness. That is how we appear to ourselves. In the objective consciousness and the brighter half, how we appear to others. The subjective consciousness in the lower half, how we appear to ourselves. So the highest point of the upper arc, which is the astrologers call the meridian or the 10th house, indicates the point where the person is understood by the world. The brighter half or the upper half, it is astrologers understood as the meridian. Meridian means the 10th house or the noon. Sun is very bright at the time of the noon. Also the 10th house is also like the meridian. So how we appear before the people, how people recognize us, how people appreciate us, how people look at us, and how the people understand us. All these things are depend upon our 10th house. So if the 10th house, sun is there in the 10th house, how it will be? Master is explaining. For example, when the sun is there in the 10th house, all people will have a very quick image of the person. Quick image, what is the quick image? They will recognize him very shortly, very quickly. Suppose there are 100 people in a group. So let us say 25 people in a group. So all of us, we go somewhere, some new person, some new group of friends, when they look at our group, and whom they will pick up. They will pick up the person a particular person who is magnetic means the person who is having sun in the 10th house. They are looking very attractive, very magnetic, and easily attracted by others. This is what we call the 10th house. Even the children, all the elders, or the leaders, or the masters, or the disciples, or the students, or the business people, whoever it may be. When the 10th house is there, very strong, they will be attracted by the people very easily because of their charm and magnetism. Charm is not the right word, because of their magnetism. Right. But if the Saturn is in that particular point, all the persons underestimate him through, though he has great potentialities. Though if somebody's horoscope, Saturn is there in the 10th house, he is having lot of capabilities, abilities, and potentialities. He is very hardworking and he is very talented, but people may not be attracted towards them very easily, and people may not recognize them very easily. Sometimes they will also underestimate them. Whom? People with the Saturn in the 10th house. For example, but it is neither of any advantage nor any disadvantage to the person if he knows the fact. So somebody is not recognizing us, then what is our problem? If they are recognizing us or not recognizing us, it is their problem, not our problem. That is the first thing you have to understand. Because we know about ourselves, we know about our abilities, we know our strength, we know our education, we know about ourselves completely, we have faith in ourselves, we know exactly what we are, what is there. If the people recognize us or not, that is not our problem. When this type of attitude we have, then we will not be disappointed. If you don't know astrology, and if you feel that, oh, I am very much talented, I am better than that fellow, but people are always after him, though he is not so talented like me, so he has no education like me, no abilities like me, but people are after him. Nobody is recognized me. If we feel like that, we will be disappointed. Sometimes we develop a lonely feeling. Sometimes we may go to depressions. But if you know astrology, that is not my problem. That is the problem of my Saturn in my 10th house. So they would let them take their own time to understand me. Even though they don't understand, why should I care? This is the attitude we have to develop towards the people who are not able to understand us properly in the right way. For example, the person who has Sun in the 10th house may appear great in the eyes of others, but if he behaves in his own arrogant way and trouble many people in his own office, then he may have a fall while competing with others, or he has a choice to preserve his own powers without using and be honored by everyone. It all depends upon how he uses his knowledge of astrology. So don't think, if somebody is having Sun in the 10th house, don't think all the time till the end of his life he will be a boss or a leader or a ruler or a rich man or a man with lot of fame and this and that. Don't think like that. People who have Sun in the 10th house, where 10th house Sun is very strong, they will be honored, okay. They will have a lot of power, okay. They will have a lot of strength, okay. They will have a lot of magnetism, people are always around him, it is okay. But if he is arrogant, if he try to trouble the people who is working with him or under him, who behave in a very arrogant way, in a very egoistic way without caring anybody, one day or other definitely he will fall from that position. It is sure. That's why people are having the wealth, the money, or the power, or anything, they have to understand that all these things are given to him, all these things have come to him as a blessing, and it is to him to understand in a proper way and spend the time and money and the power and whatever is given to him in a proper way, in a methodical way, with an attitude of service and love and compassion. If he lives like that, his power and money and everything, they stay with him for a long time. If he behaves in an arrogant way, definitely all these things they will go and he fall, and he has to face the music of it. This is the problem with the 10th house Sun. Then you may ask me, by this time you should have a question in your mind. Suppose 10 people having Sun in the 10th house, or 12 people having the Sun in the 10th house. In one horoscope it is the 10th house Sun in Aries. In the second fellow horoscope, Sun in the 10th house Taurus. Like that, 10th house in 12 signs, Sun is there. All these people they will have the same power, the same strength, same magnetism. All these people with the 10th house Sun in different signs. One is 10th house Leo Sun, and there is 10th house Aquarius, Sun is there. Somebody Libra 10th house, Sun is there. For somebody Capricorn 10th house, Sun is there. In all these people, the fate will be the same in the same way or not? No, not possible. Why? Because Sun in the Aries, it is exalted. So 10th house Sun, if it is there, definitely he will rise to a very high position. if there are no afflictions with other planets. That is also there. Suppose take Libra in the 10th house, Sun. Sun is debilitated in Libra, so he may not give much good results like Sun in the Aries 10th house. Suppose Leo is the 10th house, Sun is there. So wonderful. Sun is the own house of Leo, 10th house, a fiery sign. Definitely will become a boss. If other planets also has to help with the good aspects. Right? Suppose Sun in the Virgo 10th house. Virgo is the earthy sign. Sun is a fiery planet and 10th house. Of course they will also very good, but not like Leo 10th house Sun or Aries 10th house Sun. You understand? So if you understand these two things, 10th house Sun is for Sun 10th house is the best house. For Jupiter 9th house is the best house. For the Moon 4th house is the best house. For the Mars also 10th house is the best house. Like that Mercury 5th house is the best house. Like that Jupiter also 5th house is the best house. Like that for all the planets, each house is the best house if they are in their exalted position or in their own houses. This is what Master explained here about the Sun in the 10th house. And then I will also give a clue here. When we look at the horoscope, there are many ways to look at the horoscope with a broader perspective, in a general perspective, without going into details. Like Sun, Moon and first house, I told you already. And the second thing is, we have to look at the horoscope and find out how many planets are there between 1 and 6th houses, and how many planets are there between 7th and the 12th houses. So 1 to 6th house or 7th house, it is called subjective side of the horoscope. 7th to 12th houses, it is called objective side of the horoscopes. The planets which are there between the 1 and 7th houses, they work in a subjective way. People born with this planetary position, they are more subjective. People who are, most of the planets are there between 7th and 12th houses. People who are born with more planets in the between 7th and 12th houses, they are more objective. So which is good, both are good. People with the subjective consciousness, they will take care of the things. They are concerned about the things, they are concerned about their life and other fellow beings' life also. They think in a very practical and a positive way, in a constructive way. So they are very deep in their thinking patterns. So they take care of the people around them like that. People, horoscope, if most of the planets are there, especially the Sun and Mars, all the planets are there in the 7th and 12th houses, they are more objective. They are very creative, they are enterprising, they mix with the people very well, they run the organizations very well, they look at the brightest of their life, they all the time they are very ambitious, they wanted to prove themselves in the society, they wanted to reach the positions, they will guide the people and rule the people. All these things are between 7th and the 12th houses. Understand? So simply speaking, in the Indian way of speaking, you see, a very good housewife and a very good enterprising and creative husband. It's a very good combination. Right? I am repeating once again, it's the ancient Indian family system I am explaining to you. The wife will take care of the entire household things. Take care of the children, take care of the parents, take care of the cattle and take care of the household things and take hold of the health of her parents and his parents and her children, and she will take care of the everything inside the house, around the house. Why? Husband, he will go outside and earn some money by doing some job or working in the agriculture field or doing some job or business, whatever it may be, they work outside and bring the money to the house or whatever the house is required, and she will take care of the other part of the thing. So it's a very good combination. Even in the society also, some people should be constructive and some people should be creative, and some people should be very imaginative and intellectuals. We cannot expect all the people should be intellectuals, and who will work? Everybody is giving a plan to construct a building. Who will construct? So all these things are very, very important in the life. In ourself also, if you come to ourself, we should have a constructive side, we should have a creative side, we should have an intellectual side, and we should have a spiritual side. We have to cultivate that. We have to divide our life. You have to plan our life in such a way, depending upon our health, family background, financial background. Take into consideration of all these backgrounds, and you have to divide our life. The ratio. How much time I have to spend here, how much time I have to spend there, how much time I have to spend here, how much time I have to spend there at this particular point. Later we can change the ratio of the life, the time. So this is the way we have to understand our life. We can take the help of the horoscopes also, or horoscope also. Which planet is very strong, which side is very strong, official side is very strong, it's also good. We can help the people with our good offices. If we are very strong spiritually, and we have to think about our daily life also, how to live in this world. We cannot live with spirituality. We need the food, we need the shelter, we need some money, we need minimum comforts. We cannot live all the time meditating like the rishis in the caves. Their life is totally different. We don't know how they live there. So don't be carried away by any damn thing in this world. Understand, we have to understand about ourselves, our abilities, our negativities, our positive points, our strength and our weakness, and our ambitions, our goals. And don't be carried away by any particular thing. Try to balance the life. That is, balancing is yoga. Live the life with the ease is yoga. Yoga karmasya kaushalam. Live with the ease and the proper planning. That is what Lord Krishna said. So, tomorrow, not the next lesson, let us go to the next lesson, Saturn in the 10th house. This is one of the very useful and good lessons. Okay? Thank you. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha gobrahmanebhya sumastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti.